Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So in today's session we'll discuss about internet. So nowadays everyone were using the internet, and for every transaction we are going to the internet, right? So now in this session I am going to discuss about how we can use the internet and how the internet works, right? So first, what is the internet? So internet is network of networks, right? So a million number of systems will be connected in a network in order to communicate with each other, right? So this is the internet. So communicating each other. So for communication purpose, we will connect a million of systems throughout the world. That will be called as internet, right? So what are the applications? What we can do using the internet? The first thing is email. The best thing is email. So we can have the virtual communication between one system to another system. That means we can share the content through the electronic mail, right? So from one computer to another computer. That's the main purpose we use in the internet. And the second one is search engine. So there are a lot of search engines available in the internet. There are a lot of search engines available in the internet. For example, like google.com, Google search engine, right? Bing.com, yahoo.com. So like that, there are a lot of search engines. So whatever the content we require, simply we can search in these search engines. So any content will be retrieved, right? So how we can get the content, that I will let you know soon. And the third one is chat or instant messaging. So this is completely different from the email. If email, so it's not mandatory for the sender and receiver to be in the online, right? So there will be one inbox, and all the messages sent by the sender will be stored in that particular inbox, and whenever the receiver switches on the internet and log into the email, then only he or she can read the messages from the inbox, right? But here chat or instant message means that is a immediate, the name itself indicates instant means immediate response. So if both the sender and receiver in the online, so they can directly communicate through the text based or a voice based, right? So that is a thing of chat and instant messaging. And the next one is social networking. So coming to this social networking, so we know that there are a lot of social networking websites. So example, Facebook, okay, Instagram, Twitter. So like this we can communicate with a lot of people around the world, right? So this is one application. And finally there's a media. Okay, so best example we can go for YouTube. Okay, so whatever the content we require, that can also be retrieved in a video format, or else you can watch the movies using the Netflix, right? Like this, there are a lot of media based websites. Okay, so everything can be done by using the internet. And also the next, e-commerce websites. So e-commerce websites means nowadays everyone, we are using these e-commerce websites. So whatever the product we require at home, we can directly move on to the internet and we can directly buy from the internet. So that websites which provides this selling and buying is called the e-commerce websites. So example, you know, all the Flipkart, Amazon, and all these are the e-commerce websites, right? So these are the main things we can do in the internet. And now how these can be done? Okay, how this can be done? So for example, if you are going with a Google search engine, so you will find the search box. So here you will find some Python. So automatically if you click enter, we'll get a lot of results, right? So how this happens? So every company will maintain a large server. Server is also a system, right? So server. So it's also it's also a system which will be having a lot of memory and a lot of space, okay, to store all the web pages. So whenever you are requesting this Python, so we will be called as a client. Will be called as a client. That means which we are requesting. So we are requesting for the search for Python. So that request will be directly sent to this server. For example, this is a Google search engine. If it is a Google search engine, so automatically it will be redirected to the Google server, right? So this Google server will be having a lot of websites, a lot of web pages, right? So whenever the request, so this is the request from the client regarding this Python. So automatically it will send the request to the server and it will find the web pages which are related to this Python, and automatically it will give the response. So this is called a response. So this will be done, this will be returned to the client. So one amazing thing is all this happens in a fraction of seconds. All this happens in a fraction of seconds, right? So you go to the google.com, type the Python and press enter. You can directly observe a lot of web pages in your window. So that means all this process is going to be done in a fraction of seconds, right? So this is how the internet, that means we can search or we can retrieve the data from the internet, right? So if you are moving with any other websites, so they will also provide a large server, and automatically the request will be sent from our system to the server, and the server, based upon our request, the server will send the response to our system again, right? This happens in the internet. And the next one is how to connect the internet. So sorry, before going to that, how we can send the request to the client, so to the server. So if you want to send a request related to the Python to the server, so how can we send? So for sending that one, we require an application called web browser. So we use this web browser. With the help of this web browser, we can communicate with the servers, right? So these browsers are similar to our Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, okay, Firefox, right? So all these are the browsers. So in order to communicate between two systems, we require the browser. Then how to identify that particular server? So for example, you are giving some www.google.com, and this is called the address of the website. So this is called some like a uniform resource locator. So these are the addresses, right? These are the addresses which we want to communicate, right? So these are called the websites, or we can say them as URLs. Okay, URL. So similarly, www.yahoo.com, this is also a URL. Similarly, www.youtube.com, right? All these are the URLs. So that means we need to communicate with that particular server, right? Now, what happens if you give the www.google.com in the web browser? So this should be given in this web browser, okay? This URL should be given in this web browser. So immediately, this URL will be converted into IP address, right? So this URL will be converted into IP address. IP address means the numerical form. It will be in a numerical form. And so IP address is nothing but the address given to the system, the logical address given to the system, and based upon the IP address, the client request will be sent to that particular server, right? So the server IP address will be converted, right? This URL will be converted to the IP address to which we are sending the request. So every system will be represented in the form of IP address. So it is somewhat difficult to remember all the IP addresses of different servers. So that's why that IP address is simply converted into some English words. So that process, that conversion process is called DNS, domain name system. Domain name system. So this domain name system is used to convert from the IP address to English words and the English URL to the IP address. So whenever you just type this google.com in the web browser and press enter, automatically this address will be changed to this URL will be changed to the IP address, and to that IP address that request will be sent. Okay, so once again I'm saying this IP address is used to recognize the system, right? The address for the system. Okay, similar to the address for any person. So this is the address given to the system. So automatically the page will be directly redirected to that particular address, and automatically from there we'll get the response. Right? So this process we call it as a domain name system. Domain name system. So for every URL there will be some domains. So domains means, see, .com, if it is a .com, that gives as a commercial website, commercial. Okay, .org, it's a nothing but a non-profit organization, non-profit organization. Similarly, .gov, it's a government websites. Government websites. So like this, for every domain there will be a specific meaning, right? So every URL, first we will go into the URL, and based upon the URL we are just typing, that will be converted into IP address, and the request will be sent to this IP address, and after the response will also be coming from the server to the IP address from which we are sending. So our system will be also having the IP address, right? So this is how the internet will work. Now, who will provide the internet? So everything is fine, right? So we know that what is the internet and what are the things we can do with the internet, but now who will provide the internet? So there will be a service providers. So those are called as internet service provider. So these providers will give an access to the user to use internet, right? So these service providers, most of them will be using some phone lines or cables, okay, modems and all these things, or cell phones, right? Cell phones. So by using all these things we can access the internet. So who will provide the internet? That's internet service providers. So ISP. The ISP will provide the internet for the users. Now, how many ways we can connect the internet? How many ways? How many ways? The first thing is dial-up. Dial-up. So dial-up means it uses the telephone lines. Telephone lines to connect the system, to connect the internet, right? So internet means communication, right? So telephone lines, it uses this dial-up connection, uses the telephone lines. So unless you have multiple telephone lines, you can't use the internet and the telephone at a time. So if you are not having the multiple lines, if you are having only one telephone line, so you can be able to use the internet only a single time. That means you can use the internet on the telephone, any one, but not both, unless you get the multiple telephone lines. And the second one is DSL. DSL is nothing but a broadband, so which is somewhat speed when compared to the telephone lines, and here it is also uses the telephone lines itself. So that means it will use multiple lines. One is for telephone, another one is for internet, right? So that's why this DSL will be using somewhat speed. It will have a somewhat speed when compared to the dial. And the third one is cable. cable. So here we'll use the cables, cable TV wires in order to connect the internet. And this is fast. It is fast than dial-up and DSL. So when compared to the both dial-up and DSL, it will be somewhat fast. The connection will be very fast. And the fourth one is satellite. So it will give the wireless from internet service provider. So the net will be connected through the wireless from internet service provider. So there will be no wires, but it is somewhat, so due to the weather conditions, the signal strength may be low. So it depends upon the weather. So there is a drawback. Okay. And the last one is a 3G or 4G or 5G. So using the mobile data. So using the mobile data, we can also connect the internet. So these many ways we can connect the internet. Right? So hope you understood this one. So this is the basic thing, how what is the importance of internet and what can we do and how the internet works. Right? So simply we are just opening the browser, web browser. We'll open the web browser, and at the address bar we'll just type the URL. Automatically we are enjoying the internet. But whenever you type the URL, automatically the domain name system will convert that URL into the numbering IP address, and to that particular IP address the request will be sent from our system, and again the response will be coming from the server to the particular client. So every company will provide the different servers, okay, personal servers. So we are communicating means we are communicating with the servers, those servers. So example, Google search, as I have said that, so if you search any term or anything in the Google search, so it will directly redirect it to the Google server. So automatically the data will be retrieved from the Google server to our client. So this is how we can use the internet. So hope you understood this one. So if you are having any doubts regarding this, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I will try to clarify all your doubts. And if you really understood my session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.